Guys, welcome to Digital Marketing School. And today we will talk about how you can sell online and be profitable. At the moment, there are a lot of people who are doing their best to sell online. And the challenge is there's so much noise, so many people, too much competition, but it's only the people who have strategy, who are able to develop a strategy that are able to get across to their people, get across to customers, and get them purchasing their products. Whether you are selling tangible products or intangible products, understanding this, listening to this video and following through will help you to sell better. So like I said, there are lots of products and services out there online, and there are lots of people trying to sell. There are a lot of affiliate marketers, a lot of traditional marketers, a lot of digital marketers trying to sell softwares, services, products. A few of them are getting results, but a vast majority of people aren't getting the results that they're supposed to get. All right, so I'm going to talk about two things today that I feel are critical to your success in sales. First thing you must understand, which we'll talk about, is you need to understand the psychology of your potential customers. What do people want to get? Now, I want you to pay attention. Not every product that you try to sell online, not every product that you try to sell online will do well online. So Facebook has its own kind of customers, and there are people who will see your sponsored post or your paid Facebook ads and make purchases, and the people who will see that same product and not make purchases. So your customers are congregated, or they aggregate, or they cluster in a certain location, in certain online platforms. You must identify where they are as you identify their psychology, as you identify how they behave. So part of their psychology is where they congregate. Some of them congregate on Instagram, some of them congregate on LinkedIn, some of them congregate on YouTube, some of them visit TikTok more often, some will stay on Facebook. And the interesting thing about these people as they stay in different platforms is that they refuse to go to where you want them to go to. Having done marketing for a while, I realized that a lot of times the customers you want to come to your landing page, you want them to come to a certain space, refuse to go to that space. So you must work with them where they are. All right. Now, people who are on Instagram, for example, they like pictures. They like very well done pictures that have filters, videos, and they're very interested in fashion, lifestyle, products that appeal to their eyes. That's what they want to see. They are not text driven. So if you're going to sell to the Instagram people, you want to be able to very quickly reach out to things that appeal to their eyes. All right. That's how you sell to those guys. And a lot of them, want to see things like that. So sell things that are along those lines to people on Instagram. On Facebook, yes, they can read your stuff, but it must be entertaining. So they can be text driven, but it must be very entertaining. I had conversations with people say, you know what, guys, when you want to click, sell the click. What that means is sell the click. Get people to come to maybe a landing page, WhatsApp, a facility that is related to Facebook or to Meta, they call themselves now. So you put out your product, your paid advert there, and then you get them to click on that link through your WhatsApp business, where you can interact with them, engage them, and get them to buy. They rarely ever make the first purchase when they look at your post. They want to get more clarification. A lot of people want to get more clarity on the product. Now, it doesn't apply to all products. Maybe if you're selling consumable products or demonstrate products that can be demonstrated, like if you have videos or application, technical stuff that you can show them, maybe a laptop or something you can show them and they can see, and they can quickly see the usage by you doing a video demonstration of it, that will sell. You could easily sell the product that way without doing too much of the talking. All right. However, if you're going to sell something that is high priced and something that needs you to do some explaining, then you need to take them to another space where you really go through the process. For those of you selling courses, that's the same thing, because you can't really place your hands on how much, on what a person would want and how a person would price whatever virtual events or training or charging process. So you want to take them to another space where you run them through all the value they're going to get, all the lessons they're going to get. So Facebook has its own strengths, and Facebook has various ways you can put out your product. You can put out your product on the marketplace. A lot of you are not maximizing marketplace. Most Facebook apps have a marketplace, and the algorithm is such that it favors people in your community. So you can put out your stuff and get quite results. You can also place job placements, see jobs, and also get people to come on board your team. If you are able to put your stuff out there on job placement, you can also invite people for your events. You could also do other things like there's another room. You can create other rooms, unique rooms, even in your groups. You can do group live. You can bring a group live here. You can do page lives. You can do page live. You need to have a page for you to be able to sell anything on Facebook, to be able to do business with Facebook. So you need to have a Facebook page to do Facebook advertisements. And then with your business manager, you can actually use the app. Argue that with your business manager and your laptop, you can do much more, all right, with that than just using an ad manager app on your phone to get results. But if you're if you're moving and you're going, you're very fast, you can actually do stuff with your phone and get quick results and do some targeting. Facebook gives you an array of options when you're doing your advertising, you're doing your paid advertising. And I feel that aside groups that really favor the algorithm of Facebook really favors, because I've noticed that Facebook wants you to do more of group engagement, and that's why they're so strong on groups. So you can easily search, discover, and find groups on Facebook. However, if you're going to really get results, then why don't you pay for your traffic? All right. So you give Facebook some money, and then right now they're the ones dominating the advertisement space when it comes to online space, and you get to reach out to people that you probably won't reach out to through any other platform in your own space. So you can pay some money to Facebook and then target specific set of persons with specific interests, age groups, demographics, and you'll get the kind of results you're looking for. So I would say that in doing, people gives you options. Your marketing objectives can be post engagement. There are times when, as a marketer, you put out content there to educate your audience. I've said this repeatedly. For those of you who follow me, you will notice I say this a lot, that content precedes copy. And by that I mean that something that you give out for value, actually teaching materials or teaching stuff, information, knowledge you give out for free, will get people coming back to you. Will get people coming back to you so they can pay for whatever it is that you are selling. So people may resist the sales presentation, but they will embrace the gift of knowledge. So give them knowledge and then sell to them. Teach before you pitch. And that is a very fantastic way to get started when it comes to digital marketing, when it comes to doing paid advertisement. So once in a while, you can also post engagement. Post engagement allows people to just, interact with you on the post. They can chat, they can request, engage with you with the content you're putting out there. You can do that. Just run ads to certain targeted areas so people are familiar with the information you put out there. And if you're able to You can retarget them. You can set up Facebook pixels. You can actually determine your customer avatar, people your buyer avatars, and then people who engage with you, and then retarget them, and you get them buying from. So send out materials, target these guys, give them valuable content, and then after a while, sell back to them. They will buy from you. So this is so key to knowing that you can do physical engagement, and you can also do video engagement. You can run ads with videos and get people to like look at what you're doing, and like and engage and talk to this. Also, videos, you could also generate traffic, lead generation to your landing page, your sales page, your business WhatsApp. You can do lead generation. Usually, some top experts believe that it is better to do lead generation than to do post engagement. There are people who will say post engagement work. All right. For those of you who think long term, post engagements are fantastic. For those of you who want to do short term, then you want to do lead generation. You want people to come to your funnel, get into your business WhatsApp, get into your WhatsApp group, and then from there you can engage them, do a follow up and convert them. So you want to know that the sale is in the follow up. The sale is in the follow up. If you don't know how to follow up on people, okay, they will get cold. So when people see your advert, when people see your advertisement, they're excited. They are called hot prospects. Okay, so in the next 24 hours to 72 hours, if you don't follow up on them, if you don't put them into your funnel, capture them, lead capture them, and follow up on them, they will become warm. And if you don't follow up on them, they will become cold. By the time you don't choose to follow up on them, they are not even interested in your business. For those of you who do e-commerce, who sell things online, if you put out stuff, somebody can feel these details that he wants to make a purchase. And then if you don't quickly get back to that person in 24 hours, you're most likely going to lose that person. You call the person tells you, I don't remember doing that, inputting my details. So you need to be able to understand how that the sale actually is in the follow-up. And there are some people who, if you follow up them immediately, they will come aboard, they will buy, they will sign up, they will do what you want them to do. If you don't follow up on them quickly, some people you need to follow up on them severally. So bear this in mind, that people you need to follow up like immediately in the next 24 hours for them to make a buying decision. There are some other people that you need to follow up on them severally because they begin to get persuaded as they see you come at them with different facts and you try to dissolve their doubts. They would eventually buy from you. And there are a third set of people who require various exposures from different channels. Various exposures from different channels means that they saw your adverts through a video you put on Facebook. They're excited. They want to receive an email. So if you got their email and you send them an email, they can look at it. And then you invite them for a Zoom meeting. They want to go to Zoom and see what you're doing again to be convinced. Then you also invited them to WhatsApp. They did some WhatsApp training. So those different exposures eventually convince them. So we have people who will come on board because of different. So you need to understand customer behavior and take advantage of it. And you don't know who you're dealing with. As you go out there to do your marketing, remember that the sale is in the follow-up. Not very few people who will make a buying decision the first time they hear your opportunity. The first time they read on Facebook, it didn't work. You didn't follow up. Learn to follow and learn to follow up quickly. Learn to be aggressive with your follow-up. In fact, follow-up is more important than prospecting. Follow-up is more important than prospecting. So you need to have and develop a strategic template and plan to follow up and not to give up on people. And if you can automate your follow-up, it is quite interesting. So if you're doing digital marketing, you have an email sequence. You can work with a copywriter, work with somebody who is very smart, and he has a series of emails that he can keep sending to your prospect for a whole year. I have emails I send to people every week, and some of them out, they're being on my funnel for a while, so that when people now eventually make a buying decision, they are upsold. There's something called upselling in digital marketing. That means that if they're going to purchase, you can sell them something else. A buying customer is a buying customer. If he has purchased a product worth 5,000 naira or $5,000, he can purchase a product worth $10,000. So, and he most likely will do that because he has purchased from you. He's now in your net. He now believes in you. So you need to be able to get that. And there are people who try to sell to them. They don't make you follow up on them. They don't make a purchase of that particular product. They can buy something else from you. So you need to keep following up, showing them different things to see. Let me use network marketers, for example. A lot of network marketers, those who are in the direct selling business or in the multi-level marketing business, a very controversial space, but very viable, and I recommend it for some people. But a lot of people who are distributors in that space, they are so particular about sign up, sign up, sign up. They're looking for people to sign up. Not everybody will join your business and sign up by signing up. So some people may need to use your product. So if you try to promote the sign up thing, it's not working for some people. Introduce them to a product. Let them use a product. Let them purchase the product, no matter how cheap it is. Look for a cheap product they can purchase and use, see the benefits, have experiential knowledge of it. And then you'll be surprised that, oh, this is so good, let me get more products. So sometimes you need to sell product first before you think of signups. That's what I'm just trying to say. All right. So Facebook advertising is a fantastic process, but remember that the key success is in the follow-up. Facebook does not promise you conversions. Okay, so if you're going to, there's lead generation, there is also a space where you can click on conversions in your marketing objective on Facebook. What Facebook does is that they'll look up for people who have bought similar products and show that adverts to them. I think you should do Facebook advertising. It can be very expensive. This is very expensive to get a lead. Some people will say that I'm spending 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, or $50 or $100 on a particular advert, and I only have 5 leads. So if you spend $100 to get 5 leads, that means that your cost per lead, CPL, is that one lead is $20. Now your goal is to get as many people as possible into your funnel so that you can keep following up on them. All right. And so one of the things we tell people to do when you're doing Facebook ads, you need to really consider your cost per lead. What is my cost per lead? What does it cost me to get one particular person? Bear in mind that if you can get that person to buy, the person can buy other products from you. The person can refer other people to you. So the first thing I just said I should make you understand is that what I've just shared, customer behavior. Now I want us to talk about the psychology of human beings, the psychology of your prospect, of customers. The next thing I want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about today, is what I call customer avatar. If you're watching this, I want you to write it down. Customer avatar is spelled A-V-A-T-A-R. And that means you actually creating your own ideal customers, because a cacophony of products out there, services out there, people are trying to market this, market that, even your own business, they're trying to sell this. So you need to be able to make up your mind on who are my real customers. Who are my customers? You need to make up your mind on who your ideal customer. So I asked you the question today, who is your ideal customers? Are they top level people? Are they middle class people? Are they the masses? And it doesn't matter whether they are the masses, middle class, or top level people, they are all important. You can make crazy amounts of money from any of these categories of people. But you need to define, all right, what they are. Then you need to begin to customize and tailor your product to answer the questions that specific customer have. So what kind of questions do they have in their mind? What kind of questions do they have? What doubts do they have? What reservations do they have? You want to start thinking about, you have to go to their minds and find out what reservations they have and find out how you can answer that question, because a sale is made when an objection or when a question of a client is answered. Sale is made. So if you can answer it and you keep looking for them, that's why some kind of customer research is critical to finding out how you can answer that question. The next thing you want to do is, having defined your audience, is where do they congregate? So like I said earlier at the beginning, some people do Facebook, some people do WhatsApp, some people do Zoom, some people don't do Zoom. Some people do Google Meet, some people do, emails. Some people don't do emails. Lots of Nigerians don't do emails as much. The elites, people who are in the corporate circle, do a lot of emails. The vast majority are very comfortable with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is very engaging, very now. So you see, I'm sending you a mail, then you're sending them a mail, documents, their emails. Some of them don't even know how to check their mails or how to check documents to their email. But if you send those documents and those videos to their email, to their WhatsApp, they will look at it, they'll download and look at it. All right. So you want to do meetings and you want to do Zoom meetings, may not be comfortable with Zoom meetings, but they'll be comfortable with a WhatsApp meeting, a WhatsApp group meeting, or a close-knit 4 or 5 people WhatsApp meeting where you can actually do audio, a phone call. So you can have a conference call of 4 or 5 people on WhatsApp and do your prospecting, talk to them about the business, and so on. And you can actually switch from audio to video so that everybody can see themselves and they can see what you're doing. Though that can be recorded and so on. So these are ideas. So people may prefer WhatsApp. You need to know where to my audience, or where do they feel like, or what do they want to be, so that I can sell to them. This is okay. So in creating your customer avatar, you want to ask yourself many questions like that. What's their age range? What kind of people do you want to sell to? And what's their age range? So their age range will determine their desires, their goals, their frustrations, their dreams. You literally take a pen and you write down, to define these things, and then persons they have, their location, their age range, their desires. By doing that, what you're doing is that you're creating your own customer avatar. You need to realize. Now, if it's too general, then you're not going to get results. You need to be polarized. You need to polarize. What I mean by that is be very specific, be more targeted, more specific about the kind of customers you're dealing with. It doesn't mean that you cannot attend to other set of people, but your energy, your focus will be on this set of people. And by the time they start noticing that you're focusing on them, they respond to you. So let me give you an example. Maybe you want to deal with just the rich people. The rich people don't like to buy cheap products. They don't like to buy, you get involved in cheap business. They don't like to hear thousands of naira. They want to hear millions. So you have to customize your product, your plan, your, whatever it is you're saying to those kind of people. And, keep talking to them. Where do they go to? What clubs, what churches, what events do they go to? How do you reach out to them? What's the best way to reach out to them? All right. For some people, it might be you going to a golf club, to just be there, paying the amount of money that anybody will pay just so that you can be in that space to reach out to them. Some of these guys don't do Facebook. They don't do Facebook. But these guys don't do any of the social media platforms. If they're going to do anything at all, they'll be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has evolved over the years, and LinkedIn is for web professionals. So you can say, okay, let me go to LinkedIn. Let me even subscribe for the payment plan of LinkedIn so the people see me there and do engagement with me. So are they on YouTube? So rich guys don't do all that stuff. They don't do all that stuff. They may prefer emails. So how do you get them to give you their emails? All right. So what does a rich person need? A rich person needs a solution. So somebody do adverts on newspapers or Harvard magazines. There's a reason. You've got to target your customers, and your customers are not everywhere. They are in a particular place. I'd like to close by saying that you are not your target customers. What that means that you don't, because you read a sales copy, or you like the way you're writing that advertisement or ad text, does not mean that somebody else will like it that way. So it's always good for you to get people to vet your adverts, to look at it and say, okay, this is good, this does not make sense. And it's also very good for you to test. By that, when you're doing Facebook ads, for example, I'll give you a point to put out multiple advertisements that you can now test to see. So one thing you need to do regularly is test your ad. Test your ad to be sure that it gets the number of clicks that you have will now determine what to focus on. This is how to be an intelligent marketer, whether you're doing it online or offline. All right. So 3 things I've mentioned today, or 2 things I've mentioned basically. The first thing is be very conversant with customer behavior. How do your customers behave? That's number 1. Number 2, the next thing you want to do is create your own ideal customers. Who are the ideal customers? And then go out for them with all your energy, with all the precision. And if you do that, you will succeed. Now, so what I'm doing, I'm helping a lot of people. I'm putting them in a community that I call WhatsApp community called Attraction Marketing Community. And what we're doing in that space is that with just 10,000 naira, we share a lot of ideas. Right now, we're discussing copywriting. We share building a list. We talk about every marketing technique, how to deal with difficult customers, how to follow up, specific strategy on how to follow up. We're discussing with a lot of people in this area and show them exactly what to do so you can increase the chances of selling. We also go technical, showing you hands-on how you can do some of this advertisement, how you can really get people to listen to you and buy. I hope you got some value today. Thank you for watching. Put your questions in the comment section. I would answer them and respond to them. I would also put out my WhatsApp number where you can get across to me and I'll take your questions. God bless you and see you some other time.